Seniors speak out about Disney Cruise Line, the ships. When more than 93,000 Disney-loving seniors have their say about Disney Cruise Line ships and Disney cruises, their preferences for older adults and seniors, other Disney-loving seniors should listen and take notice. So should Disney Cruise Line. So should Disney Cruise Line's competitors. Hi, it's Dan from Nancy and Dan Travel to Disney and Beyond. Today in our video, we hope to help older adults and seniors looking to make a selection for their first ever or for their next Disney cruise. This is the first video in our new series, Seniors Speak Out about Disney Cruise Line cruises. We focus on what this older group of adults and seniors had to say about their preferences for the different Disney Cruise Line ships. Now, to be fair, the specific cruise ship itself is only one aspect when deciding which cruise to go on. The itinerary, meaning the ports of call, can or should be just as or more important among many other factors when deciding which Disney sail to book. I am a Medicare card-carrying senior who has been on multiple Disney cruises myself. And yes, us seniors who have been on one or more Disney Cruise Line cruises had a lot to say when it came to their favorite Disney ship and why. They also had, in many cases, what Disney ship or ship class they will avoid and why. In this video, we will start with the general comments and advice seniors gave about Disney Cruise Line ships. Then, we will examine the comments which focus on the preferences for the size or age of the Disney ship, and it might not be what you think. We have then organized the remaining comments that were specific to each of the individual 6 in-service Disney Cruise Line ships. Lastly, we will then review the results of the poll which asked the Disney for Seniors Facebook group members to select their favorite of the current 6 Disney ships. You will want to watch to the end because the poll numbers do support the comments about one particular class of ship, yet went against many of the comments on the size or age of the ships. There were so many comments provided by the group of over 93,000 seniors that we cannot cover them all in this video. Otherwise, it will be more than an hour in length. We will review here a representative collection of all the comments provided. Please do remember, if you're finding value from this survey of over 93,000 Disney-loving seniors, please click that like button as we proceed and consider sharing this video with your own group of older adults and senior friends. With that, let's begin. General Disney Cruise Line ship comments: is one class of Disney ships better for seniors than another, and why? Mary Jo said, any class of a Disney cruise is great as long as I am on it. I've sailed concierge and non-concierge, and both are magical. Ben said, as for the ships, I've been on all of them, and they are all wonderful and have their own special touches. The smaller ships are probably easier to navigate, tending to have less crowds at deck parties or special events, or when visiting one of the private islands. The newest ships, the Disney Wish and Treasure, and soon the Destiny, have the most Disney intellectual property, and the Dream and the Fantasy have the least. Anne said, we've been on 12 Disney cruises, every ship except the Treasure. Love them all, with family or just the 2 of us. The atmosphere is magical. Maureen added, wish they had an adults-only ship with all the same fun stuff, meaning the slides, etc., or just designate some cruises on an existing Disney Cruise Line ship as an adults-only for that trip. Kathy added, I would like it to be comfortable for seniors that have to travel alone. Denise added, we like all of them. We are seniors and they all have different things on them. I would go by where you want to travel, what places you want to see. Next, the ship size or age. There were several comments, not necessarily about one particular Disney Cruise Line ship, but rather about preferences on the size or age of the DCL cruise ship. And this may just surprise you. Joanne, we like the older ships. The adult pool area is so much better than the bigger ships. Cheryl and Judy both added, agree 100%. Prefer the smaller ships, just less people and less line. Linda added, we like the adult area arrangement on the older ships. because it is familiar and everything is close. Then Kim said, I would say if there are any mobility issues, the smaller ships are better, Magic and the Wonder. You won't miss out on anything by choosing one of them. When we go with the grandkids, they walk me from one end to the other, so smaller is better and we still find plenty to do. Great fun. Noelia said, it is really a tie between the smaller ships. Hard to choose. The older ships feel more cozy and the staff sometimes has been on the same ship for a longer period of time. This makes it for a more family-like relationship between the staff and the cruisers. Bill then said, we like the smaller ships mostly because we have a lot of time on both. With more than 30 to 40 cruises, we know them as well as our own home now. We tried to like the Wish, but it has a confounding design that just doesn't work. Now we arrive at the comments from the Disney Lovin' Seniors about individual Disney Cruise Line ships. First up, the oldest, Disney Magic, commissioned in 1988, which can hold up to approximately 2,700 passengers. Bill, I like the smaller ships. Give me the Wonder and Magic any day. Brack, we have done 21 DCL cruises and all have been the original 4 ships. Our favorite is the Magic, where we have done 11 cruises, and I would go again tomorrow. Ruth, just went on my first Disney cruise this past May. I had a great time. Went with my son, daughter-in-law, grandkids, and daughter-in-law's mom. We went on the Magic, one of the smaller ships. The ship was perfect for a first cruise, easy to navigate and not crowded. Patricia, I was on the Magic with a mobility issue and did not have an issue the whole trip. Jillian, the Magic for me, as we sailed on her inaugural year and got to do some amazing things like visiting the bridge and holding her steering wheel. Kareen, the Magic is nice and for seniors, comfortable and not a long walk to every... Kina, we cruised the Magic with my parents and had a great time. The ship was easy for my dad to navigate with his walker. Next up, the Disney Wonder, commissioned in 1999, which can hold as well up to approximately 2,700 passengers. Starting us off is Denise. My favorite ship is the Wonder, followed closely by the Fantasy. Catherine, we've done 5 Disney cruises, the Disney Dream, Fantasy, and 3 on the Disney Wonder. Obviously, we prefer the smaller, older Wonder. We thought the adult areas received better attention on the Wonder, as did the adult recreation. Joanne, I love my cruise on the Wonder. I felt so spoiled. I came home wanting to do it again as soon as possible. Every day was a delight, from the view from my veranda, the meals, the shows, bingo, the spa. I was hiking. Next up, Heather. Love taking the Wonder on our honeymoon, 26-ish. It was my first cruise and only the second voyage for the ship. I've now done a couple of other cruises on other lines and there's no comparison. Just wish I could afford Disney's Cruise Line again. Highlights compared to the other lines: easy navigation on the ship. Never felt crowded despite full capacity, including children. All the food was great. Enjoying all the original Imagineers artwork on the wall. Enjoyed an almost empty ship on the last day after just a short stay in Castaway Cay. The staff were all superb. Anne-Marie. Although Disney Wonder and Magic might be older and have less bells and whistles, there is something about the size and comfort of a smaller ship. Also, the Disney Wonder was the first ship we cruised on, so it has a special place in our heart. And then Denise. The Wonder because it is smaller, less stairs, more intimate feeling, especially with the... Love the all-around-the-ship promenade deck, the crossovers, all the glass windows to see out. After all, you are cruising and you want to view the ocean. Also, love the adults-only area with their walk-in pools, closely followed by the Fantasy. Ship number 3, the Disney Dream, commissioned in 2011, up to approximately 4,000 passengers. Michelle, being on the Dream first and also the Magic. The Dream was definitely a nicer boat, but both cruises were amazing. Jane, have been on the Dream and the Fantasy. We like the Dream better, but Jay and Michelle, we have cruised all but the Wonder. We started cruising when our kids were 11 and 16. Now we just cruise as adults. We all personally like the Dream and the Fantasy. We find the layout easy to get around. We usually choose aft rooms as the adult club areas are aft, all in the same place. We don't usually do the adult restaurants, but now being Platinum, we do them. We love the walking track around Deck 4, and sometimes we will do the Rainforest Pass, which is the nicest on the Dream and the Fantasy. By staying aft, we avoid a lot of the crowded elevators. John, the adult sections of both the Fantasy and the Dream are just laid out better. Ship number 4, the Disney Fantasy, commissioned in 2012, up to approximately 4,000 passengers. Peggy, we've done the Wonder, Magic, Wish, and Fantasy. For us, it's not so much the characters as the theming, the restaurants, the shows. The Fantasy is our favorite. The Wish is sparkly, the Fantasy is colorful and prettier. The Magic was smaller, so less crowded on Castaway and Lookout Caves, but for us it didn't have the visual impact of the others. You can't go wrong with any of them. Franny, the adult section on the Fantasy is far better than all the other ships, much larger, and Deck 13 is truly adults only. Pat, the Fantasy has always been the best fit so far for me. Deborah, the Fantasy for the adult space, and the Treasure for the theming. Then there's Jan. Jan said, the Fantasy has the most amazing adult district with the gorgeous Spanish-style tile roof, and it has what the first 4 ships have that are essential for us, an outdoor, shaded walking deck on Deck 4. The 3-level walking decks on the Wish were a no-go for us. My knees just can't do that. So, we'll never go on the newer ships again. It's a deal breaker. Another deal breaker on the newer ships is the pathetic, unshaded. It's our favorite hangout on the first 4 ships, but a huge mistake on the newer ships. The Disney Wish is up next, commissioned in 2022, also with approximately up to 4,000 passengers. Penelope, I did not like the Wish at all. Only 3 days to explore and the elevators were always crowded. It was not very handicap friendly at all. Janine, we've been on the Wonder, the Dream, and the Wish. The Wish was my least favorite, whereas I like the other 2 a lot. The Wonder and Dream are a little smaller. Deanna, if you have any sort of mobility disability, I cannot recommend the Disney Wish. It is extremely difficult to navigate with a walker or a service dog. Hallways are much too narrow. Not enough space for devices in the rooms where games like trivias are held. I could go on, but if you require help, this is not a great ship. I have heard the older ships are better for disabled guests. Diane, I did like the Wish a lot, my one and only Disney cruise. And then Denise, yep, I will never sail on the Treasure or Destiny or again on the Wish. Hated the Wish layout, dead-end hallways, no windows to see outside in the public spaces, terrible quiet cove space, difficulty for mobility issues, passengers to navigate the stairs, and only port and aft elevators. And then the newest ship commissioned on Disney Cruise Line, the Disney Treasure, commissioned in 2025, holding up to approximately, Lisa said this, I've been on the Disney Treasure, adults only in my group, my only cruise so far. Will definitely go again. The food, shows, activities were all great. Enjoyed some time in the adults only space as well as in the family friendly areas. Jeanette, the Wish and the Treasure are beautiful ships, and if you like the bars, they have some interesting ones. I also like that they have moved the bathroom switches to inside the bathrooms, and they have a baseboard night light in the bathrooms. However, I missed the walking or running track that goes all the way around Deck 4. There are only 2 groups of elevators rather than 3, so far aft or far forward if you have to walk a bit to get to the elevators. There are more elevators per group, so I don't think the wait is any longer. Then James added this. Normally I would say the Wonder or the Magic because they are smaller ships that I have become comfortable with. However, I did have a great cruise on the Treasure because of the different themed lounges. Skipper Society had a great smoked Old Foster old-fashioned breakfast, which is served all day for $20. That included a waffle and bacon. Plus, there were a variety of whiskey tastings in the barbershop bar. Very small, intimate, and educational, with less than 10 people. The Haunted Mansion parlor was really cool. And now, the results of the poll. Members of the same Disney for Seniors Facebook group were asked, which is your favorite Disney cruise ship and why? Here are the results. In first place, the original, the Disney Magic, followed closely in second place by the Disney Fantasy. In third place was the Disney Wonder, then the Disney Dream, next the Disney Treasure, and finally the Disney Wish. Notice the one selection there, 3%. No difference between any of the Disney Cruise Line results is as follows. This is what jumps out to me based on the poll results. While many of the comments by members of the Disney for Seniors Facebook group that they preferred smaller and older ships, the polling numbers do not necessarily could select more than. Again, yes, this is not a statistically controlled poll, and group members could select more than one Disney Cruise Line ship. While 48% selected the smaller and oldest Magic class of ships, which are the Disney Magic, 38%. Another 48% selected the larger Dream class of ships, which are the Disney Dream and the Disney Fantasy. Seniors in the poll did indicate a strong preference away from the Wish class of ships, which are presently the Disney Wish and the Disney Treasure, with only 11% making either their preferred choice. Finally, I will add that the poll is likely biased towards the older ships, which have been around since literally the turn of the century, and thus have had many more sailings, providing many more guest experience. Did this group of Disney-loving seniors, now more than 93,000 strong from the Disney for Seniors Facebook group, get it right? Let us know in the comments to this video what your thoughts are. Which are your favorite Disney Cruise Line? Please do remember to like and click on the thumbs up icon if you found this information useful in any way. As well, consider subscribing if you've not already done so to the only YouTube channel we know of focused on primarily Disney travel for plan your first visit, or yes, if we can help you plan your first or your next Disney cruise, just contact me at my email address, dan@nandantravel.com. I would be very happy to hear from you. You have never been on the Disney Wish. Here is a video of the veranda or balcony cabin for you to explore. As well, another Disney-related travel video for older adults and seniors. We sincerely hope you have a magical day.